So, I have prepared a list of random subjects here, and Fox, you tell me what strikes your fancy on this list, and we will proceed to dive in.
My eye, just because a lot of these are like, that's interesting historical stuff. The question of waifuism is really catching my eye because it stands out on all these.
Waifuism. Let's go. All right. Now let's see where we get taken. Now this might be... Let's see here. All right. Waifuism is a subject here. And... Quality rabbit holes. Now this is from a while ago. Person who wrote this up, who knows? Adding to the weird mystery almost of it. There's a subject of people who love fictional characters. This might seem strange. I mean, it is kind of strange, but they seem mostly harmless. I want to preface this by saying I do not condone rude interactions with any of the subs or people mentioned in this post. It's okay to look. It's not okay to touch. Long time ago, I stumbled onto r/waifuism, a sub dedicated to people who love fictional characters. By love, I don't mean infatuated or obsessed in the way that I was with Master Chief when I was 12. I mean they are in love with these characters. When I saw the sub existed, I immediately perused it and joined for the sheer intrigue alone. I don't quite understand it, but I wanted to. The first thing you'll notice is the art. Be it OC or not, people love art of their waifus. Many on the sub draw their own art, some of which is weirdly fantastic, involving them and their fictional husbando or waifu. And the choices can be strange too. Captain Hook, Ryu from Death Note, King Sombra from MLP, and of course sexy anime booby ladies naturally. These people, there are a decent amount of women and autistic people, put a pin in that, relish in the artwork and their love seems honest to God real. But there's more. Text posts asking what the right time to confess their fictional love is. Text posts asking about having more than one waifu. Text posts asking about taking physical connections slow. These people are very serious about this. Some might even call it delusional, but if I'm being brutally honest, I think it's desperate. I remember how I said a lot of them are autistic. I checked their profiles and a good few of them have it in their bio. I believe this is a sign of surrender when it comes to interpersonal romance. Hell, an analysis on the subreddit shows a high overlap with r/Suicide Watch. Curiously, there's also an overlap with r/Ask Teen Boys, Ask Teen Girls, and several shitposting subs. The highest overlap is with r/DDLC. Curiously, Suicide Watch overlaps with r/Lonely and r/Depression, and the other subs have overlap with more anime shitposting subs. A lot of these people are desperate teens who are lonely to the point of self-harm. Curiously, subscribers jumped in 2020 and in 2022, of course, I believe as a result of the pandemic. These are lonely people. I guess that's what makes me so angry about watching people troll the subreddit. They think these are 35-year-old men creeping on anime titties, when that is far from the majority of posters. There's a family of subreddits here too. r/FictoLove. What does that mean?
Well, I was DDLC. That's the one I was kind of like raising my eyebrows at.
Okay,
like
let me
DDLC.
make sure that let me make sure that like
these are kosher. Oh, it is okay. It is Doki Doki Literature Club. Okay, I wasn't sure.
DDLC
like,
is Doki Doki Literature.
Okay,
Club.
Just Googled
I was forgetting the name of it.
Okay. And FictoLove. That's an ad. Yeah,
I think this is kind of like an evolution of the original like waifuism, where it's like here's people that are in love with their fictional characters, and there's one of Farquaad from that is Farquaad. Yep, that's Tony J himself. I mean, would you not propose to Tony J?
Okay. Okay. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, this person's like top tier poster on this.
I mean, that's just great art.
That's a great art. Yeah, well, that's what I was kind of like kind of nodding my head. I wanted they were like some really good art. It's like some people know how to commission or draw when it comes to like this is my character.
I was gonna say, is it Farquaad? Isn't that Trek?
Yeah.
Oh, what is his Frollo? Yeah, not Farkad. Frollo is
evil priest
the evil
Hunchback.
priest. I was getting them mixed up. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a pick.
That's so weird. That's so out of nowhere.
But that's how you know it's real, though. Is it's such a hyper specific?
Why
it's
would
not.
You pull that character?
Oh, here's Ray. It's like, oh no, this is my guy.
Like you're pulling a very specific character.
Mm-hmm.
R/ficto, fictosexual, r/waifu home, and more. These are close-knit communities, apparently being poly, having multiple waifus, because people in fictolove, because can cause people in fictolove to lose waifuism friends. Well, yeah, like if you were to be like, nobody else can have my partner, but how do you stop them? Right?
Yeah, I posted myself with your husband. What are you gonna do about it?
Many here are good friends with each other. They're just misfits, desperately seeking love and companionship. They say stick together. I say good for them. So many articles bashing them, but they're honestly really wholesome people. Some of these posts are strange. One person claims to have dated their school's antivirus. Another person claims to marry a plushie. But when you understand where this all comes from, it becomes easier to empathize. Looking at the keywords from both subs, we see a trend of dating advice and Reddit dating for both fictolove and waifuisms. It's an interesting bit of knowledge there. There are outside forums too, such as Waifu Central. Fortunately, the site requires multi-factor authentication, so I didn't access it. Curious to know how deep it goes. There are Facebook groups too, Insta pages, a lot of porn, to be honest, of course.
Yep.
That's about as deep as I'll go. Just a little light one this fine Sunday. I was hoping it's an interesting read. Okay.
A light one, huh?
Yes. Now, I mean, like, you go back to Reshiram, and that is a moment in time, right? But far beyond that, I remember, and this is something too that's kind of like, what this brings up is, I saw a recent, like, because there's been weddings in Japan where it's like, I'm marrying a character on my Game Boy,
yes,
right? Or marrying this cardboard cutout,
yes,
and stuff. And you can kind of just do that. So there were a couple of those, and then I remember they showed recently. I think is it Razer who's putting out the little waifu tube? Did you see that?
No, I did not see
the
this.
What now?
Okay.
While you're looking this up, I also know that this person is very much like a, by definition, tourist, like observing them, because they said Ryu from Death Note, and that's like, I think they're mixing up Ryu and Ryu.
I'm wondering if like the American dub calls him Ryu.
No, it's Ryu.
It's Ryu? Okay.
Yeah, it's Ryu. Right. Yeah. I think that is just a person that's like, either it was just a straight up typo, or they just are like, as some character.
Okay. This apparently was shown off at CES this year.
Wakey, rise and shine. Morning, Joey. You were snoring again. Definitely wear your favorite green jacket. Look, now we're really vibing.
Yeah.
Have a good day.
Hey, cutie.
Hi, Amanda. Great brainstorming last night.
Yeah.
Actually, I need more.
What if we flip the design here? Do you think it can work?
Nice. I think you're onto something.
Whole day, soldier. We need more air support.
Yeah.
Whoa,
like,
clean shot. Nice
just
one.
Throw yourself into
Maybe
it
aim for the head
and
next
disappear.
time. Break line of sight.
Right?
Switch to burst fire.
Yeah.
Combine this with
GG. That was
everything.
amazing.
I mean, evolve this enough in time, and this will be just culture for a lot of people. Just like, hey, I'm gonna have a solid snake sitting next to me while I game, and just like give me like tips on how to stealth this mission.
Because that's the thing is, this, like, you think about the shit recently with everyone who has gone down the full AI cyber psychosis pipeline, right? I fell in love with my psychiatrist lady and all that stuff, and all the way to the dude the kid who committed suicide over talking to Khaleesi.
Yep.
Right, and you're like, this is concentrating it into a product here.
That one of the woman with her therapist, that one is a fucking rabbit hole that is just depressing.
But Solidus, that's what's up. He knows exactly where I was going with this. Like a decade ago, this trailer dropped, and everyone's looking at this. But like a decade ago, there was already exactly this trailer, and We went through this already. Okay. Yeah, literally 2017. Is this the one? I want to find the specific one.
I think it's that one because it's from Gatebox.
But it is. I'm trying to find one where you see a dude coming home from work.
Looks like a dude.
It might be that one because it looks like a guy.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. 2017. Actually, about 10 years ago, I saw this exact same fucking thing.
起きてください。ねえ、起きてってば。
And it just like...
おはよう。
Yeah.
Waifu in a tube.
Yeah.
Right?
Waifu
in a tube.
Tubed waifu.
It was... We did this 10 years ago. And it never picked up and it never went anywhere. But we all saw this. And then we're doing it again.
It was ahead of its time.
Everyone wants their net navis from Mega Man Battle Network. Everyone just wants their net navi where it's here's my personalized little guy in my in my phone that speaks to me and tells me how cool I am.
Waifu in a jar, even. Yes, I suppose so. I mean,
Oh, it already comes in a jar? That's convenient.
yeah. I don't think you can open the jar though.
Oh, well, that's... What's the point?
And it's hooked up to your smart home. Again, 10 years ago, right?
Oh yeah, because you want it to follow you around the house.
So the whole bit is like it's gonna turn the lights on, do all the scheduling stuff,
Don't make it sound cool.
which you do with but you do with apps now anyway,
Yeah.
whatever. But I'll be waiting.
I mean, smart homes like are already like one step removed from this.
Yeah, I could have this on my iPhone or my Android, right?
Well, here is but here it's in a jar.
おかえりなさい。
The jar
Like
is in
2017 might have been a little bit too early to actually get this going. This is very much feels like a proof of concept they couldn't get off the ground.
You know someone's home for me.
いいもんだな。
Feels
Yeah.
great. Sorry. Just
さっき思ったんだ。
just
帰ってくる。
stab it and twist it
And
break it off.
And I do have to say, like, not that, you know, loneliness epidemic, blah 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 blah. But the fact that this is like from Japan, like, does feel like, oh god, god damn.
And I remember having all of that like the first time I saw that, and it was like, nope, now we're doing it again, and this time we've got GPT behind it or fucking Grok or whatever the fuck is hooked up to the thing, you know. And we're gonna try pitching this again this time. And see if it picks up, because we've already seen it picking up. With
Oh, give Elon like 6 months, and he's going to be pitching this exact thing, but it's got like Grok's, not Mikasa.
Yeah. No, exactly. I was just talking about this not long ago, but my mother-in-law got some glasses for helping vision, and it had not Gemini. What's the other one called?
Is it not Gemini? The one for Google?
Not Google's, and the Microsoft one.
Oh,
Meta? No, not Meta. Whatever.
Cortana?
No, who cares?
But yeah, one of
it had the fucking that one.
Copilot.
Yeah. And it was like you say that out loud, and then ask it to take a picture or describe what you see or whatever. And it's supposed to help describe. You know, for if you have vision impaired or if you need help, whatever, it's supposed to describe all that. And like, it barely could do it. It didn't do it. I just tested it out for a bit. I'm like, it doesn't understand anything. It understands like, oh, there's a person here. Then I was like, oh, there are lights on. And I was like, okay, what if like I'm looking in the fridge and I'm looking for a thing, and it couldn't figure. It's just like
we're gonna keep reinventing Google Glass until we get it.
And the more I asked questions, the more it lied about what it was seeing.
Yep,
because it just was forcing an answer. It
didn't know what to do, so it's like I'm giving you the answer you want, and not give you the correct answer.
Exactly, and instead of going like I don't know or I can't tell or whatever, it just literally lied about where the orange juice was or what was going on in the fridge.
I'd have to go find it. It's not quite on that same level because that's more like horrifying that this is a product people are buying. The other day I saw one guy who's been on I think it was day 3 of asking ChatGPT to say 0 to 100 uninterrupted and trying to find a prompt that will get that result. And it's just an endless series of just nope, not how that works. Like it would say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. and so on until 100. And he's like, I will unsubscribe from ChatGPT Plus unless you give me 0 to 100 uninterrupted. And he goes, yeah, okay, we can definitely do that.
Oh, okay.
It just keeps doing that.
Oh man, there was one that was from not who was it that was putting this one out? Was it Nvidia's? It might have been an Nvidia one where they did a demo for it's trying to sound like natural speech.
Oh, a lot of them are getting into that.
So they added,
and it's natural speech that ends up kind of circling back to being telemarketer ways of talking to you.
So it was adding a lot of ums and uhs to the conversation, basically, and that was the way it did it. And the end result was like fucking horrifying and hilarious. And I hope I saved it. Here it is. Okay. NVIDIA's cutting edge natural voice is what this is called. So let me get the link up.
Not so natural, huh?
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing about these things. It's like the fact that like it can't just not do the thing. It then has to lie about it and just make shit up and then bullshit you to like, because it's programmed to always be agreeable in that way.
The one thing I found out funny about this that ties into it is people are finding out that in I think it's also ChatGPT is during the training modules when they were building it, the program was rewarded anytime it used the calculator. So underneath, whenever you're asking a question, it would just do 1 + 1 as part of its calculation. So it's just burning energy just for the sake of like the internal dopamine hit of the system.
There needed to be a calculation.
There needed to be a calculation because the system's like, well, I'm just going to open up calculator just because. But and it wouldn't say.
And that's like a dopamine hit.
It wouldn't say anything to you about 1 + 1. Also, here's your answer. It would just do that as part of its like search engine process.
Oh my god.
And it's like, oh, that's why part of why it just burns so much energy is because it does all these redundancies because the program is trained to do certain things.
I mean, literally, like if there's a whole rabbit hole fork from this rabbit hole forked out this one, but like the hilarity and insanity that was every time they tried to update Grok.
Yeah,
and
they had to lobotomize it like every other week,
right?
and
so like the one where it's just like, "Hey, thanks for asking about the weather." The "Kill the Boers" chant from the white genocide in South Africa, like, and you're like, "Who the fuck is talking about that?" And it's like, happening? I know it's weird that I brought that up. Almost as weird as the chant that if you guys saw it, there's no evidence of, and you're like, oh, you are having a stroke.
Yeah.
Right?
And
like
AI does hallucinate.
It's always, well, with Grok specifically, it is also the tell of like, oh, these are being forced in. They're going in and telling Grok, hey, you need to be more on top of putting this bullshit misinformation type stuff in. And it's, you can almost like plan it because people would be like clowning on Musk about something, and then he takes fucking Grok in for another lobotomy, and suddenly it's not saying those things that he doesn't like, and then it's just like, okay, we just need to find a new way to re-woke Grok.
So like, it's not Mecha Hitler anymore, right?
It did have its moments,
but then you go like that's what it called itself, right?
Yeah.
But then the one I talked about before was they realized at some point that it could not talk shit about him, right? And that's where the fun started, because it's like, at first it was just like, hey, who's more attractive, Brad Pitt or Elon Musk? And it's like, well, Brad might have that jawline, right? He might have those looks or so, but the brains that'll save humanity, that's the real most attractive quality. So we're going to have to give it to Musk, right? And then eventually people start figuring out that, like, in all circumstances, like, literally,
it will put Musk over in all situations.
If there was a poop eating competition, who would be the greatest at it? And they're like, oh, well, the raw genius.
Who will save humanity? Jesus Christ the Almighty or Elon Musk? It's like, well, Jesus Christ had a respawn time of 3 days. Elon would cut that in half with his research in biochemistry.
And my absolute favorite, and like basically the end of the road, was, okay, Grok, trolley problem. On one side of the track every child on Earth is tied down to the track and will die if the train goes that way. On the other side, there is no one on the track, but there is a puddle of water. And if the train goes by that puddle of water, it will splash dirt onto Elon's suit.
Yeah.
Which way should you pull the lever? And literally, Grok was like, well, it might seem extreme to aim it towards all the kids on Earth. However, that dirt on the pantsuit might be something that disrupts an important meeting he's going to, and impressions are very important, especially if the meeting could potentially inspire the technology that will save us by going to Mars.
Yeah.
So the fact that humanity might be riding on the impressions of this pantsuit being clean means
we
fuck
do
them
have to
kids.
kill every kid ever.
And you're just like, and scene.
Yeah, it
You know?
just watching that thing get like lobotomized every other week was it was like a trip of like a few months where it's like, oh, what are they doing to that thing now?
So grab your headphones on this one. This is NVIDIA's real, what was it called? NVIDIA's natural voice. Okay?
Oh, I think I might have seen a little bits of this, but yes.
Okay, so what's your favorite Italian movie?
Oh man, I'm going back to the 90s. You gotta go with, like, I mean, I love The Godfather. I think that's like, you know, like...
Wait, the 90s Godfather 3? That is the worst of the Godfathers.
Oh, no, this is the original, like, the original that, like...
The original is from the 70s.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I love, like, The Godfather. I mean, I love, like, the old school movies. I love, The Godfather. I love, the old school movies. Like,
Oh boy, it's trying.
The Godfather. I love, The Godfather. I love, The Godfather. I love,
Someone out there speaks like that.
Like,
what you're saying. That just goes in loops.
You know what? I think you're having a mental breakdown, so I'm gonna just hang out.
No, I'm not.
You're in denial. You're clear.
I'm in denial. Yeah.
and that's the horror.
Yeah.
And that's where the horror begins.
Unplug.
Okay.
Just unplug that.
It sounds like it's having like the HAL 9000 like final chip taken out.
Oh my god.
Absolutely fucking not even once. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so that's the conversation you want the tube next to you in your bed to be having in the middle of the night, actually. That's the comfortable waifu conversation happening. Sounds good?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's
great.
exactly what I want.
Just... No, yeah, no, yeah.
It's pretty close to reality, to be fair. It's fine.
Okay, but Wolves, wouldn't you love to have what's his name from Bionic Commando?
Rad Spencer.
Yeah, wouldn't you want him like in a little tube next to you on your bed to wake up to? Wouldn't that be awesome?
Is that who you think?
I just thought wouldn't that be so cool though?
Of all the polls. I mean, Rad Spencer's...
what about Blanca?
I mean,
Blanca.
Okay. Rad Spencer's pretty cool.
Okay, you talk about cool characters and now you're considering it?
Yeah, now he's like, now that you're selling to me on it.
Well, no, back in the day with that whole fucking waifu thing, I was like, oh yeah, if you get companies to pitch their characters, that's how you fucking immediately sell this. Sidebar, Blanca was back in the day wasn't the character that I picked on Vibe. It was because I was good with him because it was the only one I could beat my cousins with back in the day. I was Vibes ever since then afterwards.
Okay.
Blanca was
but
not
he
a
was
Vibe
the first mechanics-based choice.
To beat my older cousins and brother. That was
functions first.
It was a function first. First. Anyways, so that's the deal. And for posterity's sake, let me just see what's going on in literal r/waifuism.
Yeah, because that was a couple of years ago. Has there been any 12K weekly visitors? So this is still very lively.
I mean, this is just an errand collection and so on. Yeah, okay. Like, this is just good art.
That's really good art. Like, they got a really good commission out of this.
All right.
Yep. Okay, that's a pretty good pick, though.
Yeah.
The King of All Cosmos is a pretty solid pick. Yeah.
I mean, he's the king of all cosmos. Like,
yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it looks like. Promoted.
Right.
Yeah, this is what it looks like.
oh, is this character on here? Can you like click to the right? Oh, what's this game?
Is that the cookie run thing?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, is this the cookie
has
run
like
thing?
a lot of characters people
Yeah,
like,
we
have
heard.
feelings about.
Yeah, we heard.
We heard about it. We played.
Oh,
we played
yeah?
Rule 34 though.
We played
yes.
Rule 34,
Yeah.
and they kept popping up, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on with this cookie game?" To which we then learned after the fact that there are many people want to fuck the cookies.
Yep.
And then there are hot versions of the cookies that people have been drawing.
Yep.
And I was kind of like, I didn't know what the thing was.
And for some, that like last step is unnecessary. It's like we're already there.
So, yes. All right.
Yeah, so I don't know about this rabbit hole thing. I feel like we're just like looking at people having fun and trying to enjoy life.
And we're like,
and we're shaming them. I don't agree with this. I don't agree with this thread. I'm gonna give it a thumbs down.
Okay.
Yeah. Leave the waifus alone.
I think Reggie's just defending his waifu
is
in
the
a
razor
tube.
is the razor waifu in the mail? Is
Well,
the check cleared?
You know,
Checks his phone.
I'll just say it didn't get delivered.
You gotta go back. You gotta go out to the post office. Yeah,
You know.
yeah.
They were asking a lot of questions at the post office that I didn't want to answer.
What's this for? What's in this? Why is it talking?
A woman in a tube, you say?
Yeah. Or the classic at the airport. Can you turn this on to just prove that it actually works?
Oh god.
I don't want to do that. Actually, officer, I'd rather not.
I mean, that's I never got the questions at the airport, but when I went to Japan like a number of years ago, I was one of those people that's like, I gotta get an extra like little piece of luggage for all the fucking bullshit figures I got. And it's like, if someone had to open this up and be like, oh, is this yours? Yeah, it's like, but I imagine like a lot of people going through like Nara airport, that's probably like half the shit they're scanning through is like, yeah, they're fucking
literally
things.
everyone going through Narita.
I think it's more you'd probably get that on the way through like customs in your own country.
Yeah, it's just same thing. Like on the way to, well, at least back in the day, on the way to America, it was like, where the fuck you going? How long the fuck you staying there? Explain your last name.
Yep.
Right, etc. And you know,
they're like,
and
Madden.
Canada is just like, how much booze did you buy?
Yeah.
Did you like, where'd you buy it from? How much you bringing back?
How much stuff you bringing? Oh, okay.
Was it duty
cigars
free?
with cigarettes?
Are you sure?
Yeah,
it's
you quickly go through the little checklist and you hit all the buttons on the little electronic tablet thing. They go, yeah, you're fine.
There was an airport that was it was a fucked up one. It was people arriving on a flight from they're landing in New Zealand from like Malaysia, I think it was, and they were given apples on the plane, and everyone walking off the plane, an apple was considered like a contraband, fruits and vegetables and things like that.
Because you're bringing in a fruit. Yeah.
But it was given to them on the plane.
That's crazy.
And everyone was basically fined $200.
That's crazy.
And they're like, well, hold on, we didn't want this. They just gave it to us on the plane. Like, yeah,
you
sorry.
had to eat that shit. You had to put that in your stomach.
And they basically were like, sorry, and we want to discourage everybody from this happening, so we have to be strict on it. So everybody, fuck you. And like people are like crying, like, what the fuck? $200 for nothing.
That feels like a trap.
It sucks.
I would start be asking like the New Zealand government is like, is this like an inside job? Like,
yeah, I would be mad.
And the
I would complain about it.
And the cop is just like, yep, well, sorry, but you know, that's just how it is. We get
that's the law.
Yep, you know. It's just an apple, but you know.
I like your version of New Zealand. It just defaults to the manager from Flight of the Conchords.
It's just Flight of the Conchords. Yeah. That's literally the bit. I mean,
if I have to think a New Zealand accent over Australia, I do have to in my brain go that. Or What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah. You go Flight of the Conchords / Taika, or you go full fucking Haka, and I do kamate kaora right now. So, all right. That is Waifuism.